Coach, you guys started off really well, and then I think kind of towards the 30th minute, you guys really started to retreat into your defensive third. I mean, just what about the way that the Quakes kind of mounted pressure against you guys made it hard to kind of get out there for a second until that game really opened up later in that second half?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I think we started really well. It went to our side with a big chance from Calvin Harris with the goal then, and so that's all going our way. And then I don't think it was intentional to drop so much, but it's also not, you cannot press every single action all the time. It's normal that you sometimes defend a little bit deeper. It's not that we were sitting on our box, we were sitting at the half line or there. And you need to be, as a team, also comfortable defending there and sometimes closing passing lines and then winning your duels. It's a pity the 1-1 is just, I've seen it now a few times, it's too easy. It's too easy on our left side that the guy just dribbles through three guys. And then obviously you can analyze more into details the box defending, but that's just too easy. And that is something we need to stop. The goals we concede are too easy. There is the second goal, which obviously we attack. We have a good attack, but we cannot attack with 8 guys. We don't need to attack with 8 guys. And then you go into a counter-attack at home. And then that's obviously again very hard for the team, for the guys to come back. But in general, it's just too easy to score goals against us, and we have to keep working on that. There is no secret. There is no secret. It's hard work, watching film, training, and getting better in those things. Because we are in these games. It's again a game where we are in, obviously with the 1-0 up, with some chances and with some good spells. But we need to keep ourselves in the game.
And then tonight you started Ian, and who's 17, and Diego, who's 21, together in their first action together in a match. Just how did you feel they did and handled that, and what are you kind of hoping to see from their eventual development over the coming weeks and years potentially?
Yeah, I obviously see potential in them. Otherwise, I wouldn't start them. And I don't really look at the age when I put a player on the field. I look at potential as well. We were very happy with Ian before his injury. Now he's coming back, and now he needs to get rhythm. I believe that he has potential to be a good defender. Obviously, he's young, but there is a lot of work to do. But there is potential. That's why I'm putting him on the field. Same with Diego. But it doesn't really matter, as we have seen the last games, who is there. It's too easy in general to score goals against us, and that is a team collective effort. That is not one defender or 2 defenders. That's that. But yeah, the 2 players have potential, but there is obviously still a lot of work to do.
Profe, aquí a su izquierda, Carlos Chica, de nuestra visión Arkansas. Una primera mitad casi perfecta. Primera pregunta. Y la segunda, ¿sería injusto decir que los cambios no funcionaron?
Sí, es una primera mitad que era buena, que había buenas cosas, y después de nuevo encajamos ese gol que es demasiado fácil hacer goles contra nosotros. Después, no sé si son los cambios, no creo que son los cambios, porque el 2-1 somos lo mismo equipo que en el primer tiempo, no hay nada que ver con los cambios. Pero claro, cuando haces cambios tienes la esperanza que esos jugadores te llevan energía y calidad, pero no es un problema de cambios.
Manu salió un poco frustrado. ¿Es normal para un jugador de esa calidad que no quiera abandonar el terreno de juego cuando cree que todavía puede aportar?
Sí, pero Manu tenía toda la semana un problema con su rodilla, y no sé, no le pregunté cómo es la rodilla. Yo pensaba que en ese momento está bien de llevar gente fresca, y como he visto que toda la semana tenía un poco de problema, pensé de salirlo, pero no hay problemas.
2 questions, Coach. Can you discuss the goal that you guys got, Bartlett? And then when you look at the miscues on defense, is it effort? Is it mental mistakes? What is it?
No, I would never tell this team that they don't have effort. Since day one I'm here, this team has effort. They commit, they work. That is not the thing. I think it's in certain moments we're not hard enough in the duels. We don't win our individual battles. I don't think it's effort. I would not say that there's a lack of effort, not at all. It's just sometimes we fall asleep. Sometimes we're not thinking ahead. It's all of that together, and that is in the end of the day, in most of the games, not good enough, and we get punished. Yeah, Bartlett's goal was a beautiful goal, a good combination, obviously a great run from him. Jacob brings that, he has legs, he can defend, he goes forward, he can become, I think Jacob is a young player still. I believe that he can become a box-to-box midfielder because he has the legs to go defend and also to go forward. If he gets more confident, he can get into these spots. So it was a beautiful goal, happy for him.
Hey, Coach. Starting with James is playing at 17 years old. How you prepare a kid like that, like get him from teenager life and get him ready for a professional game for tonight, like something?
Again, like I said, I mean, I know Ian now since those months since I'm here. He had preseason with us. We see potential in him. I see potential in him. He had a good preseason. With obviously he's 17. There is a lot of work to do still. But it's exciting to be able to help a player in that age to develop. But I'm not going to put a player because he's 17 or he's young, because we believe that he can help the team in that moment. But there is, again, like I said, potential, but a lot of work to do. And a young player can only get better when he plays and then learns and wants to get better himself. And I feel like that's what he has. He's a player who wants to learn, who wants to get better. But yeah, it's a lot of work to do, and that's part of my job to help him or to help all the players. And for him, is his job to wanting to get better every single day.
Hey, Coach. Kapita Kapemba got his debut today, a little over 30 minutes. What did you think of his performance?
It's difficult right now to give a clear picture. I have to see the game again. I think it wasn't easy for him to come in that. There were then many actions where we could see his pace, a few good moments with his technique and stuff. With his runs behind, I think he is really good when he can go in behind in 1v1. And after the 3-1 especially, I think it was difficult for the team to find him. But I'm pretty sure that we will enjoy him a lot in the future. Is a player who just arrived, trained 4 times with the team, all of that in a new country, new language, doesn't know the people. He's an exciting player. I have no doubt that we signed a very good player, but we also need to give them time. As much as we would like them to function immediately and to score goals, that would be the dream, right? But that's not always the reality. But we will work hard with him as well to get him better.
And then 3 games in 7 days. How do you manage that with such short rest in between all these games?
Yeah, now it's tomorrow. The next 2 days is recovery and preparation. There's not much training going to be for most of the players, and then I have to see how the players feel. We're going to altitude. We're going to a turf field, so we have to see who is available. But this is a competition we want to take very serious. So yeah, I have to see the guys tomorrow and on Monday, and then making decision on how we start.
Coach, you subbed off Manu there in the second half. Did he pick up an injury, or is there just something that you wanted to see differently in that moment?
No, Manu had all week problem with his knee, and I felt in that moment, that I needed fresh legs. I have not asked him how he was. I just saw him all week, and that's the reason why I thought I'm bringing fresh legs there. The game opened up. There was a lot of transition. That's it, and there's nothing else. There's nothing else there.
Coach, besides the result, there were times out there where the team looked more cohesive than they have for a while. What are you seeing beyond time in training, week to week, that really encourages you about the progress they're making out there?
Yeah, I mean, what encourages me is that this team from day one want to work. They want to work, they want to win, they want to play a good football, right? And now the difficulty is, and you can see we've never had the same lineup. We've never had the same lineup in all these games. We've never had the same back 4 or back 3 or whatever. So with injuries picking up, with new players coming in, all of that, and it's not excuses. I'm not looking for excuses. It's my job, and that's what I'm trying to do. But it's for a team. to be good, you need consistency, you need continuity, and we were not able to have any continuity in our work for different reasons, and that is not easy then for a young, unexperienced team with new players coming in, with injuries to deal with. But that's not, I don't want to give alibis, right? It's still too easy for us for the opponents to score goals. But in order to become a good team, continuity and consistency is important, and we need to see how we can get that. Now again, Jaden Reed just came back after 3 weeks of injury. Borges is new. Ian James came back of injury. Justin Reynolds. So can I give them 3 games in a week, all of them? Of course not. I cannot do that. So I will have to change again, and I will, and then I will try to find solutions, and other players will have to step up. And that's how we are right now. But in the future, of course, to become a good team, you need consistency.